Hello horizontal lovers. This is day 15 of my 28-day video challenge. It's a reshoot because I didn't shoot the first one. Hoping that this will be like rewriting from a blank page, which is what my screenwriting teacher always taught me, that when you want to rewrite a scene, you take a blank page and what falls away is what needs to fall away. It's a terrifying thing to do. You feel like, oh my god, I don't want to lose all that work. No. But sometimes it does strip things down to their essence. So hopefully that's what it will do for me in this video. Today I've been feeling a fair amount of anxiety. I feel anxiety in my solar plexus right here. I feel it as pressure, a lump, a tightness, and a discomfort. Sometimes a pushing outward or pushing inward. I didn't actually recognize it as anxiety until about halfway through the day. I just felt a discomfort, and I was asking my body, what's up? What do you need? So first I took care of business. First I went and got my passport back with my extension, my visa extension, and then I gave my body some food. Is that what you need? Do you need food? Okay, I'll feed you. Now, are we good? No, it wasn't food. Okay. So how about some water? I'll water you. Got a little headache. I'll take some emergency. Was that it? Are we good now? No. Okay. I wound up at Paradiso during a sing-along. Oh, that feels good. Usually when I sing, I feel like I've taken a broom to my throat, my heart, and my belly, and I feel this swept, clean, open, airy channel. But that didn't take care of it either, although it was pleasurable to sing. It felt really good. I got on my bike and I was like, okay, you want to buy something? do you want to go try and find a marigold colored dress or swimsuit, which is what I'm in the market for right now? And I went and I was like, no. Okay, do you want to go to the co-working space, Ubud, and maybe buy some hours there and check out their events? And I went and I stood on the steps and I felt into it, and I saw people going in and out, and I was like, no, this isn't right. And I went across the street. I'd paid for parking, and then I just left. And I figured, well, I need to move my body. Clearly I need to sweat. Some energy needs to shift. Something needs to move. So I came to a yoga class, and I do feel a little bit better, but I'm present to this pressure. I would say it's about the size of a tangerine on my solar plexus. Yoga Barn is not a very connected place. In fact, I think it might be the place in the world, more than any other place that I've encountered, where people are the least likely to smile back at me when I smile at them. To me, that's kind of shocking, especially for a yoga studio. And it is the expats who are not smiling back. And seriously, I will actually just look in someone's eyes and make a warm, welcoming smile, and they will go, and then walk past me. It's amazing, the rejection of connection here. I will probably not be buying another pass here. I'm probably gonna go to a studio that has a reputation for being more connected, honestly. And it strikes me that my anxiety is a fear of feeling disconnected. Yesterday I had a magical day. One of those days that you call epic, and I don't like to overuse that word, but it truly felt that way. I went to the very sacred waterfall that my friend initially took me to, found my way back there, and met my new friend, Frederick, except we had scheduled to meet at 11 a.m. and I was there at 11 a.m., which is very unusual for me to be on time. And I figured, well, island time, it's like Brazilian time, it's slower, it's fine. So I went in and I put myself under the pelting force of the cleansing waterfall, and then under the pitter-patter rejuvenation waterfall. I swam a little bit, and then I waited and I was looking back at the entrance, and I thought, oh no, maybe he thinks that I'm meeting him up at the entrance, and he's actually waiting for me up there, and I'm waiting for him down here. And so I packed up my things to go, and I started to head up, and then a big group of young people came, and I started talking to one of the guys. He hadn't seen any tall, blonde, skinny Swedish man up there. There's nobody up there, he said, and you might as well wait down here, which was very good sense. And then I started talking to this man who surely I would not have talked to in the same way had I been bound up in a conversation with my friend Frederick, as later on it happened that we were in a pretty intense conversational clinch. I'm sure that I wouldn't have talked with this beautiful man in the way that I did, but because my friend was not there, and because I was waiting for him, I had the opportunity to connect with this beautiful man, and it felt clear and mutual and easy and pleasurable and good in my body. And I've been longing for that kind of connection, and it helps me to let go of a belief that I've been holding on to, that it's hard for me to find men that I'm attracted to. I'm ready to let that one go. I think that's a benefit of being in Bali. It's not hard for me to find men that I'm attracted to. Men that I'm attracted to, in fact, abound in this world, which means there are many opportunities for me to connect with a man that I'm attracted to. And this was one such time, and it felt so good. And we were just about exchanging our contact information, and then Frederick showed up. So even he noted the beauty that he saw in the connection that was happening between me and this man. And I just wanted to touch him so much. I asked if I could hug him while he was writing his contact information for me, and I reached around him from behind and leaned my cheek against his back, his soft, warm, tan skin. And then he finished writing, and he just breathed with me, and I felt a little bit like, oh, I'm taking this time from my friend, but this is what I need right now. This is what feels right. And then my friend said, oh, that felt so good to me too. I could feel your energy. This is beautiful. You're so beautiful together. I need to take a picture of you. So I actually have some pictures to remember that experience of feeling intimately and quickly connected with a man here. He was, of course, leaving the next day and then moving to an island, and perhaps, we will meet at a later time. But I realized that my discomfort today comes from the fact that I reached out to him yesterday and didn't hear back. And so my fear of disconnection, my excitement at the possibility of connection and the sensation of it, and then my fear of disconnection today without hearing back from him, regardless of the reason why he didn't respond, which may or may not have anything to do with me, actually, or our connection. The internal experience is of this, oh, I'm going to be disconnected now. And so if I can recognize my anxiety as fear of disconnection, I might be able to plug into something that connects me. So I reached out, I texted one of my best friends back in New York, Margarita, and I came to connect with myself in this yoga class. I will probably self-pleasure later. There's some coconut oil awaiting me on my nightstand. And then maybe I will seek to have some burgeoning friend time with some new friends here. Because that is the cure. I think that's the cure for my anxiety. I'm going to test out my theory. Maybe it's true for you too. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is day 15 of my 28-day video challenge. I actually did record it this time. I just checked. And Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can join us for a live video chat show about relationshiping. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want, is the subtitle. How can we distinguish the messages that we've received about what is right and what we want in relationships from church, from family, from Disney, from partners, from our communities, from what we actually deeply desire, genuinely. And what can we, oh, I forgot to say the rest of the day. It was so epic, right? So this man left as it started to rain, and I didn't say a proper goodbye to him, which I feel regret around. I feel regret for not closing that loop, especially since I don't know when I might see him again. But I felt pulled by my friend's desire to connect with me one-on-one and to go to a different space. And they left in a hurry because a huge downpour came. And my friend Frederick and I sat in this downpour. I can't remember the last time I allowed myself to be rained through without trying to stick an umbrella or something between myself and the rain, to just allow myself to be soaked, to allow it to penetrate to my skin. And we talked about marriage because he is about to be engaged on Leap Day. And we talked about commitment. We talked about relationship agreements and marriage ceremonies, unusual marriage ceremonies, and all this while the rain is coming down. And then I started to get quite cold, so we climbed up, and it's this rickety experience where several steps are blown out, and you have to clamber over to hold on. There's only one railing, and then it's a quite dangerous experience. And then of course you feel like you've really earned it. So we were very, very careful as it was slippery and dangerous. And we got back up to, there's a little shelter, a little overhang, and we were standing there. He was reading to me from my journal, and an older woman wearing white went past us and then came back, and she said, "You are invited to the temple." The woman, she invites you to the temple. So of course we went, and this woman invited us to take shelter underneath a hut, an overhang overlooking the jungle, with beautiful silk umbrellas. And she said, "Do you like to meditate?" And we said, "We do." And so I set a timer, although we didn't hear it when it went off, for 15 minutes. And we sat, she put some incense in front of us, some flower petals, a little offering. We meditated, and then we sang and we harmonized, and she suggested Om Namah Shivaya, and I happened to know a beautiful melody for Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. What I know about Shiva in the Hindu pantheon is that he is the destroyer. So as the thunder and lightning and rain was coming down, destroying that which is no longer armor that we need, is how I would like to think of it in this moment. And then we opened our eyes after singing, and the rain had cleared. She invited us to the temple, up to the temple for a blessing. She did a huge elaborate blessing on him. We poured water over his head and splashed water on him and massaged his face with petals, and then sent him up to the place where you make the offering. And then she did a shorter blessing on me where she just splashed me with some water, which was great, and gave me a flower to bring up and make an offering. She took some beautiful photos of us. She wrapped us, me in a marigold silk sarong and him in a white sarong, and the umbrellas are also of marigold and white silk. A beautiful, unexpected, spontaneous experience. I hadn't been to a temple here, and now I have, in a rainstorm near a waterfall in Ubud, Bali. So no wonder after that expansion there was some contraction today. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Day 16.